All right, good afternoon. Welcome back from break. I hope everyone had a wonderful rest. This week in Scoop, we're going to be talking about resources. We're going to be using the library database, starting to write another paper, all of that fun stuff. But to start us off today, we are going to learn more about the myth of self-reliance. And to do that for us, help me welcome Dr. Jennifer Farvour, Dean of Student Success.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Kelly. I appreciate the introduction. To start off our day today, I need one volunteer, one brave soul who you do not have to talk in front of class. You just need to stand in front of class and be a willing participant with me. Any takers? Come on down. Come on down. Let's give a round of applause. Yeah, I can tell you guys we're on break because, geez, yeah. It's not a life of a showgirl. We're no Tay-Tay, so I apologize for the lack. But come on up. Okay, what's your name?
Jordan.
Jordan is standing on a tarp, for those of you who are wondering. Okay, Jordan, look behind you. What do you see?
Cookies.
Okay. Thank you for volunteering. This is called the Cookie Load Challenge. I have roughly 584 cookies sitting here. How many of these cookies do you think you could hold, not putting them in any of your pockets, but holding?
Maybe 30.
30?
Maybe.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay. What if I told you that somebody did over 200?
I believe it.
Would you want to try for 200?
Why not?
Okay. Now, like I said, I have 500 up here. Now today, if you tried for all 500, would you be willing for $20? Is this a real 20? Yeah, it is. Are you willing to try 500 for 20 bucks?
Why not?
Why not? Okay, so what do y'all think? Can she get to hold about 500 cookies? What do you think? Yes. Okay, yeah, let's give her some. Okay. All right, so let's try, Jordan.
Right.
I'm gonna hand them to you.
Okay.
Okay. So far, there's 54 in a package, people.
Okay.
Here's some 4.
Can I hold them like this?
You can hold them however you want, as long as you're holding them with your body.
Okay.
Okay, 4 more. Okay. Oh, are you sure you want to do it that way? You strategizing? All right. You could go a long ways on.
I'll get there.
Okay. All right, Jordan, yep, okay. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, come on, cheer her on, folks. Jordan's a poor college student. She's not going to be eating ramen tonight with her 20 bucks. It's okay, that doesn't count. There you go. No crumbly ones. You're doing awesome. You're doing amazing. Any consolation? We got 54 just in one arm. Okay?
So, are you able to put them on my other arm?
I'll put them wherever you want.
Okay.
Where do you need these?
Just start up on the top.
Start up in the top here?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, are you sure?
Yep.
Okay.
Sideways.
Like this?
Yep.
Okay.
Right by my hand.
Right by your hand. Okay.
And then by my thumb.
By your thumb, right there. Okay.
And then just start stacking them on.
Start stacking them. Okay. Oh my God, I got the shakes, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay, there you go. You're tipping back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, she has 108 cookies on her right now, folks. Yeah.
And then right in that little opening a little bit.
Right here?
Yep.
Couple?
Yeah. This smells heavenly.
It does smell good. Don't eat them. I think they're expired, so.
I won't.
Okay. Perfect. Whoop. Yeah, hey, nice catch.
I didn't move. That was all you.
Okay, that was me. There we go. Okay, we got another 54. Okay, where do you want these?
Anywhere.
Just stack them, huh? Don't throw your back out. Don't throw your back out.
I won't.
Okay, now what do we do?
Just start putting them.
Just anywhere?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys, if it's any consolation, we're getting through this. Just be careful, Jordan. There we go. Right there. Yeah, I believe in you, Jordan. The rest of the people are just on their phone dinking around, so.
Right here, probably.
Right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I like what you're doing here. Okay. We have,
That one up. That's,
oh, this guy?
Yeah, just-
Right there?
yeah.
Okay. We're down 4, 54 times 4. There we go. Oh my gosh, you're amazing. Okay, where else?
probably on the side more.
Oh, way down this way? Okay, perfect. Okay, there you go.
You'll probably put some more.
Put some more. That's on me. That is on you. That was totally on
You
me.
might want to take the one that's like right at the tip.
This guy?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. There we go.
Oh my god.
There you go. Give some love to Jordan. Over here. Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Can handle it? Okay. Okay. All right. Who can do quick math right now? I have 54 times 5. 54 and 54 is 108? 270. Here we go. Oh, are we going under your neck?
I guess so. I can't see it, so.
Okay, okay, you're all good. You're totally rocking this. Okay.
One of them fell somewhere.
It's okay. I'll get it. You didn't drop. Ooh, careful.
I'm not really moving, so I don't know.
Okay, okay, okay. Here we go. You are rocking this. Okay, Jordan. Ooh, getting close.
I don't think I could hold it like a lot more, but.
You don't think you can hold anymore? Do you want to try?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
These are really heavy.
Okay, Jordan just said these are really heavy. Yeah, I believe it. She's got a lot there. Okay. Okay. How we doing?
Good.
Are you sure? You can handle it? You're good. Okay.
I'm just leaning back to keep them up.
Okay. Please don't throw your back out.
I don't.
Now, don't move too much. I'm going to start stacking them on your shoulders. Hopefully you don't have a gluten intolerance.
Let's hope not. Oh.
Ooh. Nice catch. There we go. Okay, maybe we'll just stack some. Okay, we're getting closer. Okay. I mean, I think they're like 2 pounds apiece. Are you an athlete?
Nope.
Okay, good job. I'm sure you probably are. It's just one. Any others? All right, here we go. I can't even hold them myself. There we go. There we go. Okay, I'm not going to put these crinkly ones on you. All right, we got one more. You gonna try? Okay. Pretty. Jordan, you're amazing. Okay. Okay. How you doing here?
Good.
You need anything?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. You're rocking this. Okay. Thank you, Jordan.
There's one on my finger that's gonna fall.
Okay, there's one on your finger. This guy?
Nope, down.
I promise that's going nowhere.
Okay.
Oh, man, if we can get this column on, if we can just do it. Oh, no. Okay, Jordan, you got this. You got this. Okay, guys, I only lost one. We got our last one. So roughly you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 8 trays. So 54 times 8. 432. 33, 34. You got this. I'm going to do 35, then I can do 5 at a time. There's 4. Here's 440. 445. Yeah. 450. It's so hard. 450. Okay. 455, girl. 455. Oh, 460.
How many are left?
It's more than that. Don't even worry. You're almost there. I got to get all these on except for like 3 of them. Why not go all the way, Jordan? She has all the cookies. Not yet. Don't let go. What do you mean? Oh, you missed one. Okay, so what is 54 times 9? 500 and, come on, Greta. 546. 546. You met your expectation and more. Let them go. Whew. Let's give her a round of applause. Jordan, you're amazing. I'm going to tell you the last person. They didn't even get 500. Well done. You earned that 20 today. Okay. So, of course, we do these activities not just to waste cookies, but it's called Cookie Load Challenge. How much can you carry? So if you think about it, do you remember what the rules were that I said to Jordan? What were the rules? What's that? Can't put them in her pockets. She had to use her body. Did I ever say that she couldn't ask for help? Jordan, I asked you, how you doing? Need anything? What'd you say? Nope, I'm good. How many of you think Jordan was good up here? Well, she's good, but was she good? It's heavy. It was a heavy load. I mean, a pack of cookies is 2 pounds each, I think. So 18 pounds there. She said it's heavy. So today what I want to talk about is called the myth of self-reliance. Mind you, I was helping Jordan. If she had to pick the cookies up and put them on herself, we probably wouldn't have got 500. So today my whole talk is around why is it so hard for us to ask for help? And how do we get better at it? I'm going to tell you, I'm in my 50s. I have a really hard time even at 50 asking for help, okay? I mean, this morning I was wheeling in things for the TRIO office. I had a bunch of people stop me and ask me if they could help me. What do you think I said? Nope, I got it, I'm good. I did have a cart. Now, if I was carrying it all with my hands, I probably would have taken up the help. But I think it's one of those things of getting through and understanding why we might not ask for help. So this is the only slide that gets cut off. This is the joy of Canva, people. So what can you expect in the next 50 minutes aside from us helping Jordan carry her cookies? We're going to talk a little bit about cultural and psychological factors that help to contribute of why we might not ask for help. And then talk about our own personal beliefs or reflect on those aspects related to help-seeking behavior. And then we're going to talk a little bit about benefits, and then I have a few practical strategies that I'm hoping you'll think about putting into practice for the remainder of the term. So with that, now mind you, this is a journal prompt, so you can write this in your journal. This shouldn't be your 3 remarkable things, okay? We're only in the first 10 minutes of the program. What's one reason you do not ask for help? So just write her down. I'll give you a few moments to think about that while I clean up my plastic. Hold tight to that page because we'll come back to that. All right. This young chap, his name is Jaxie. He is my 3-year-old grandson. One of the pieces to start out with, I want to use Jaxie as an example, but first let's talk about self-reliance. Like, what is it? It's when we depend on our own self, we use our own support for self-sufficiency. Now, Jaxie is 3 years old. Between the ages of 1 and 3, there's a theorist, Erik Erikson. He says 1 to 3-year-olds should learn autonomy versus shame and doubt. So we're supposed to learn to be independent. This 3-year-old, if you had to guess what his favorite word is, it's no. And right here, he's dinking around at a campsite with a kettle that actually is going to be used for food. And of course, Mom has said, Jaxie, get away from the kettle. And he's like, no. He's exerting some level of independence. How Mom and Dad respond, it's that shame versus independence. So what my daughter-in-law did is she deflected and gave him a cup that he could go and play. But it's something to keep in mind that we are trained from little on to be self-sufficient, to be independent. And sometimes we want that. So it's the cultural aspects. But something to keep in mind is not all cultures think that way. Humans, by nature, are tribal, meaning we are not meant to be individualistic. We're meant to live in community for our survival. So it's finding that balance, which at times, if we think about coming to college, what are some of the expectations as it relates to being a college student in your first year? Back row, anybody way back in remote parking, as I like to fondly call it. What do we expect of college students related to self-reliance? I know lots of honors people because we bond together, H1. What's expected of college students?
Get all your work done on time.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't thinking of that one. What do you say? You're like, I'm 18.
Kind of do everything yourself.
You're on your own, you're 18. I'm out of the house. You can't tell me what to do, right? Mm-hmm. So there's this level of, don't boss me around, right? We have that even after we're 18, okay? I don't like anybody telling me what to do. I don't. Hate it. But But sometimes we have to listen. But there's this cultural implication to that. The other is, like, in the US, like the United States of America, we have a dream. We got to build that on our own to be successful. So a lot of times this is ingrained in this. So there are assumptions that play into this. Does anybody know what assumptions are? What are assumptions? Maybe I'll work my side of the room. Yeah, H2, you guys were already warned. I was going to pick on one of you. Who knows something about assumptions? Just pretend it's us. Nobody else is here. What do you think? Mariska, what's an assumption?
Like what they expect you to do,
Yeah, well, what they?
what you expect from yourself.
Yeah, assumptions are like our own beliefs, right? Are they true always? No. Good job, Haley. Haley's like, no, they are not always true. So a lot of times we have assumptions about what it means to be independent. I was thinking of them myself. Like, hold on. They'll think I'm weak if I ask. Everyone else knows what to do. If I need help, I must be failing. Fake it till you make it. Right? Those are all assumptions. Maybe at one point in time from August 24th or 23rd when you've been here, some of you sooner if you were, or earlier if you're athletes, these assumptions play in. Are these assumptions true? Not always. Okay. All right. The other is we have media. Batman, right? Batman, he doesn't need any help. I mean, does he get help though? Yes. I'm a Ralph Waldo Emerson fan. He's a transcendentalist, for those of you who don't know him. I was obsessed with him when I was in high school. Trust thyself, every heart vibrates to that iron string. He's saying that this is so ingrained in us. Yet, the paradox is we're human, and we're meant to live in community. We're meant to ask for help. So, why don't we? Now, go back to your page. See if you see any of yours. Top 10 reasons: fear of appearing weak or incompetent, pride and the desire for independence, shame or internalized stigma, fear of rejection or judgment, belief that you should handle it all, not knowing where to go or who to ask, concern about burdening others. That's a big one for me. I don't want to bother people. Time constraints and overwhelm, illusion of control, meaning there are many of us in this room that are control freaks and we think we can control the world. The reality is, can we? Probably not. Okay, you can try and carry 547 cookies, but the reality is you got a sore back, your arms are getting tired. You're not going to carry 547 cookies out of here, are you, Jordan? No. Hence why I have the tarp. And then the last one, negative past experiences. You might have went and asked for help, and someone said, no, I can't help you. I mean, I can recall being in 7th grade when I went to ask my math teacher for help. And he said to me, you don't know that problem? What's wrong with you? That's a baby problem. Go back to your seat, figure it out. It's a baby problem. I was like, I don't even know what these X's and Y's are. I need help. So we are told certain pieces that might influence, like do it on your own. So I want you to go back to your initial, if you see yours, and, you know, be a little vulnerable right now. With a partner, which of these barriers do you relate to most? Why? I'm not going to make you share, so make it a concerted effort when you talk to your partner. I am going to circle the room. So talk to your partner. Which of these barriers can you relate to most? I'm going to turn my mic off. How's it going otherwise? So, I'm going to shut it if I can't my hand in my pocket.
You got this
Okay, hopefully you had a chance to talk about what your barrier is and maybe what you did over the week that you were off. So one of the other pieces, of course, my background is in industrial organizational psychology. So you might be like, what is that? It is the study, problem solving, research of business and industry. So of course I go to, what did the research journals say? What is the research behind? We know what some of the barriers are. So there's a woman out of Stanford, Dr. Zhao, and one of the research aspects about asking for help that I thought was interesting is that people underestimate others' willingness to help. So we underestimate someone's going to help us. What do you think about that? Do we do that? Do we underestimate what another person might do? I mean, think for yourself. If someone went up to you and they're like, Jaden, I need your help. I really need your help. What are you going to do? Jaden's like, I would help. You might ask like, okay.
I would ask, what do you need help with?
Okay, first ask what you need help with, because I might be like, I need help robbing National Exchange Bank in Fond du Lac, and you're going to be like, hell no. But asking, what do you need help with? Yeah, but if most people come and ask you for help, are you going to help them? If it's reasonable, you're more likely going to ask them. They're going to help you. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's one of those pieces, though, that we think they're not going to. The other piece is when they started asking, they actually went to college students at Stanford, so take it for what it's worth, because, but they came up with 6 aspects that relate, and I connected Dan Cart's research with Zhao's. And it says, people don't know if you don't ask, okay? So if you're really struggling with something and you keep it to yourself, no one's gonna help you. I have something called tribal council inside my head that I have conversations with them all day long. It doesn't mean I'm losing it, it's just I run things in my head. That tribal council isn't going to be able to help me. I need to go out and ask. The other is, oftentimes when you ask for help and you get the help, it actually builds rapport. It builds trust. It builds connection. And then the other is, there's an opportunity for reciprocity, where oftentimes we as humans, if you help someone, they will help you back. Now, some people argue with me if you're moving and you call your brother, your sister to help you move, they expect that you're going to help them move, right? I would hope so, right? So there's this back and forth. If you get help, higher likelihood for success, higher GPA when we ask for help. You're more likely to improve, more likely to achieve your goals. Now, if you'll recall, a few weeks ago, you had to turn in a reflection paper, correct? For a scoop. And what did we have you do? It was worth 5 points. 5 points. Anybody recall what you had to do that relates to the topic I'm talking about today? What's that? Yeah. Yes, you were required to go to the writing center. Now tell me this, why do you think we made it a requirement? So you could get help. So you go do it. Because I'm guessing about 80% of you would not have gotten help. And maybe 80% of you didn't. And it's really thinking about, like, if you were one of the ones that were like, I can't believe they're making me go to the writing center. This is so stupid. I know people do it. I hear people. I'm in the library, so I hear people talking. I walk around campus. So I think it's one of those pieces of, we did it because we know you wouldn't. Okay? Now, some of you might be like, no, I'm a terrible writer. I'm going to go see Merle. I'm going to go see a writing center support person, because you know that. What I find always interesting, and this is something that, you know, Professor McLaughlin can corroborate my story. When there are tour guides for to visit Marian, how many of you went on some sort of tour? Raise your hand. Otherwise, the mission people aren't getting paid well because you're all doing it, I know. So when you go on tour and you're by what I call Academic Alley, which is outside of Lauren's office and where Miranda Abbott's office is, they'll say something like, well, this is where you can go and get a tutor if you need it. And more likely than not, we hear parents say, oh my God, I hope you never have to use one of them. So it's a message that the parents are even saying to their students, which, I'm sorry, if you need a tutor, I would hope that you use it, you know? So it's just something to be thinking about, of the messaging we hear along the way, that you can do this on your own. And the reality is, it does take a village. So there are benefits. It makes us more efficient. It helps us to learn. It opens our minds. It makes us better able to solve problems. It helps reduce stress and burnout. It strengthens relationships. So if you think about these benefits, the other of what I want to talk about is, but how do you do it? How can we get better? So I want to do a little something of how we reframe asking for help. So the first part that I think is really important is, how do we get out of our comfort level of asking for help? The first one that I want you to consider is something called crap. Okay? It's like not literal, people, it's figurative. But crap is the strategy of, if there is a problem, how clear are you on what the problem is? If you're struggling in chemistry, what is it about chemistry? Is it your note-taking? Is it understanding the flipped classroom model? Is it how you take notes? Get clear on what is involved. Relevance is, how do you make it relatable? Where are you going to go? Where can you find examples? Now, if we knew there was problems in chemistry, can anybody tell me what might be an example or a place you could go to get assistance with chemistry? What's that?
In the Reading and Writing Center.
Okay, the Learning Center. Okay, one. Where else could you go for help? Yeah?
Office hours.
Office hours of the professor. Yes. Okay. Middle panel. Where else could you go for chemistry help? Office hour. Anybody else? Okay, Learning Center, Writing Center. We got 2 points for that. Thank you. Where else? SI. Yes, Mason. What is SI? Yeah, student instructor, supplemental instructor. You have a student that's in all your Chem 100 classes. That could help you. Anybody else? Is there anybody else we could ask? No? Okay. Now, our accuracy, we want to go to somebody who knows what they're doing. Okay? I could call my mom up and ask her to help me with chemistry, but my mom didn't take a chemistry class ever. Okay? I come from a first-gen family, so she didn't even have to take chemistry in high school, and I don't think she would have wanted to. So accuracy is knowing who you're going to go to and prioritizing who that might be. And then precision, of course, relates to the details. What am I having problems with? Did I fail a quiz? Am I not understanding the interactions? Is it concepts? Can I see connections? What is it specifically about it? Now, here's something else to keep in mind about CRAP. Okay? CRAP is a form of critical thinking. Okay? When you put this to use, how clear do examples relate? How true or accurate? How detailed? You can apply that to your thinking, to your writing, to your presenting. So there are other times to use CRAP. How many of you are in History 110? Raise your hand if you're in history. I'm not going to call on you. How many of you have Dr. Zaramba? I call him Lord Zaramba because he's a history professor. Lord and Lady Zaramba. Dr. Zaramba uses CRAP to grade you. If you do well, he says it's craptastic. If you do poorly, it's crappy. We want you to be crap thinkers, writers, problem solvers. So one way to reframe help seeking is to use the CRAP strategy. This might be one remarkable thing you could write down in your book. Huh. Okay, so let's consider other strategies. The next one is really knowing your resources. If you'll recall, during new student orientation, if you were in POP, if you attended Excel, any of those pieces, they had some sort of understanding all the resources at Marian, right? Or was I making that up? Happened? No? If you think about all the resources that are available, I mean, if you think about this class is meant to be a resource for you. Who are resources right in front of you? What's that? Kelly. Yep, great resource. Who else? Me, thank you, Hadley. Way to get your participation in. Haley, yes, your student mentor. Give some shout outs to the student mentors. Woo, woo. I guess I'm the only one today. No raises, student mentors, because these guys are sleeping. JJ, don't you love your mentor? Yeah. Amelia? Okay, just making sure you're like in the halfway point. God knows. You could be. Okay? Any other resources? Have you used any other resources? You can't say the Learning Writing Center because I know you have. Any other resources? Advisors? Check. Yeah. Any program director? So if you're in Working Families Grant, TRIO, Excel, any of those folks? Yes. Any other resources? Any of you live on campus? If you live on campus, you're RA? Anybody else?
Professors.
Professors, yes. Do they live on campus? They have their offices though. Yeah. Who else lives on campus? RAs? Hall directors? Severa, yep, she's the director of Res Life, yeah. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else?
Classmates.
What's that?
Classmates.
Classmates, thank you, yep. Professor McLaughlin, because she also works with accessibility and tutors. Yeah. Tutors outside of math, science, reading and writing. So if you're in a finance class, if you're in philosophy, if you're in theology, if you're in some other class and you need help, ta-da, Yeah. Anybody else who's a resource? Upperclassmen who have taken the class. Yeah. Your roommate, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, you got it going on. Good resource. I don't disagree. I've talked to Jacqueline. She's got it. She definitely knows some things. So part of it is really understanding what resources are available. If you have some sort of issue of any kind, there's usually a resource on campus. What I like to tell people is you can call a support person outside of Marian, whether that's a family member, your grandparent, your significant other, and you can call them and say what you're upset about or where you need help. But when you call them, say, but I got this, I'm gonna call so-and-so, okay? The number one piece is we want you to have this balance of asking for help, because I still think you're being independent when you handle it yourself. What I always enjoy is when I do get parent calls as the Dean of Student Success, where they'll say something like, can you help my son, daughter with XYZ? And sometimes the student doesn't even know that the parent is asking. They'll say like, I'm telling you this, but I don't want you to share this with Amelia. And I'm always like, okay, well, I am the Dean of Student Success for Amelia, so I'm gonna have to talk with Amelia about it. So I always hate those awkward conversations because I'm always like, come on, boys and girls. We're not boys and girls, we're men and women. So something to think about is how many resources do you know? How many have you used? And then the other, which I think is a big one because this also relates to societal, cultural implications, we're often afraid to be vulnerable in Western cultures. We're afraid to tell people, yep, I'm sucking right now. I'm in deep water. I'm struggling. So it's thinking about who can be that trusted confidant of a person who's here for you, because your family might be many miles away. So I think it's something to think about, like, who is your go-to person that can help you, especially at the university? And sometimes that can be hard. Who is going to be that trusted person that you can say, listen, Jen, I've been having a really tough time. I am definitely suffering from depression right now. I don't feel like going to class. I am about ready to be done. And who is that person that you're going to have that conversation with? For me, it's think about that. Maybe in your mind's eye, I'll help you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Oh man, you're having problems actually.
It's okay, it's a rough gig. I'm helping you. Did you see that?
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. The other piece is really think for yourself. If you have a hard time asking for help, if you could make a help checking goal, and can you put that into practice where you will say, okay, this week I'm going to deliberately ask someone for help. So we're just going to practice for 2 seconds. With your neighbor, you can make something up, okay? But ask your neighbor to help you with something. So practice right now, because see, I give you some samples. Practice. Okay.
I got it.
No, it's your own pencil. You just failed.
Have you not been listening the entire time? I have.
So what would you say?
I just don't feel like bothering them. Hey, you need help?
Yeah.
Just go ahead, man. Got you.
You gonna pick it up? Thanks.
Pick it up.
See?
Nice guy.
Oh, see what I'm saying?
You're a great guy. Can you pick up my phone too, please?
Well done. He's like, he just, no.
Yeah.
Now that's going to make a past experience for him. You got 2 marks. 2 angels. Way to go. Okay. Part of it is we to joke about things like this. You might have giggled a little like, oh my gosh, because, you know, trust me, if you've ever been injured and you have to ask people for help, like a full-out injury, it's tough. I mean, I can speak from my own experience when I broke my kneecap, and the first time I had to take a shower and asking somebody to help me. It's putting yourself in a vulnerable situation because I couldn't even walk on my knee. And you have to have the trusted person of who's going to help you. Who's going to help you get in the car? I couldn't drive. It was this foot. I couldn't. It took me like 4 months before I could even get behind the wheel. You learn a lot when you're injured, okay? And it can be a physical injury, but there can be points in time where the littlest of things, you need somebody who's gonna boost you out. So, what I want you to do is, in your notebook, I want you to do this, draw 5 circles. This is called a help map. 5 circles. The center of the circle is help map, that's actually you. And then you're gonna put 4 circles around, academic, emotional, health, and career. And what I want you to do is to write down at least one resource at Marian that could help you in any of those 4. Once you use one resource, you cannot use it again. So, I'm gonna give you about a minute, try and get each circle filled in. Someone who could help you with academics, emotional, health, career. Okay, so in my last 30 seconds, up here, Professor Vadney's section, name one you wrote for academics. My friend in the knitted hat. One for academics. Your chemistry professor? Excellent. Yes, Alex? No. Andrew. Oh my God, I had the A right. Sorry, Andrew.
Which one?
Emotional.
They're roommates.
Roommates, excellent. Okay, Professor Craig's area. Let's do career. Your advisor, excellent. Okay, health. Health. Nurse, who? Do you remember her name? Jody, yes, Jody Shrout. Excellent. Okay, what I challenge you with by the time you get to class on Tuesday or Wednesday is that you have 3 resources under each of these 4. Okay? All right, well, go forth and conquer the world. Ask for some help. Thank you. You want to help me clean it up? I would love for you to help me. Let me turn off my mic though, Kalia, because I might start